Hello, welcome back. I'm Andreas Chatt, your tech-curious web designer. In this video, we will implement the tabs on the post page to show the top or the most recent comments. Here again, we will use Htmx to fetch data from the backend and Hyperscript for the user experience. Off we go. So here we are on the post page, and here we can find the tabs. So when I click on the top comments tab, I would like to see the top comments shown here without the page being refreshed. So again, we're using some Htmx here. Let's go to our post page template. So in templates, posts, and post page. So here we find the tab. Tabs are here. So let's add some Htmx to this element. So on the first link here, I say hx-get equals. I could link it to a new function in the backend, but because we're dealing here with the post page, I would just extend the post page function. So I'm calling here the post page. So URL, then post, that will go to the post page, and I have to add the post ID. Like that. So this is one link. Now I copy this one and add it to the top comment as well. But here we have to add a parameter to distinguish between those two links, and to add a parameter in a URL, we use the question mark. So we can just write question mark, and then we add the keyword top for top comments. All right, and now let's add the next Htmx attribute, the target. Seeing that both links will have the same target, I add it in the parent wrapper up here. So we add here hx-target equals, and our target is the tab contents container here. So I copy the name, I add here the hash symbol, which stands for ID, and paste the name. So the target is the tab contents, and then we have the swap attribute, so hx-swap equals, and here we say inner HTML, because we're targeting the inside of this container. All right, save this file. Now let's go to our views. So in posts, views.py, and here we go to the post page view. Now here we have to check if the request is coming from a Htmx call. This could be done by looking into the metadata of the request, like so. If request.meta.get, and in parentheses http://hx_request. So this line would check if the request is a Htmx request. But seeing that this is quite a long statement here, there is a way to write it much shorter and much more memorable, and for this we install an extension called django-htmx. Let's go and find this package now. Django-htmx. Here I select the Django-htmx documentation, this one here. Here I find the installation. So first let's pip install Django-htmx. Let's go to our terminal. First shut down the server. Then pip install Django-htmx. Next we have to add it to the installed apps. So let's go to our settings file, which is in the core folder here. Settings, installed apps. I add it in here, like that. And we also have to add it in the middleware. So let's copy this line here. There is the middleware. Let's add it here. All right. Now let's run the server again. Python manage.py run server. All right. Now with this extension, we can simply write request.htmx. Much more user-friendly and memorable. So let's add our conditions here. So if it's a htmx call, we just send the comments back for now. We create a variable, comments equals, we're taking the post object here. So post dot, and now we select all the comments from this post. So comments dot all. If you remember, these comments we defined in the related name of the comment. So if you go to models.py and here to the comment class, as we can see here, related name is comments. That means if we call comments on the post object, we fetch all the comments related to this post. And this .all method here will give us all the comment objects. All right, now we have to send back our snippet. So we say return, render, then request, and then our snippet file, which we will create in a second. It will be in the snippets folder. So snippets slash, and this is gonna be comments in a loop. So I will call it loop underscore on the post page and comments.html. All right, and then we add the comments object. Comments colon comments. All right, save this file. So now let's create this snippet. So I copy the name, I go to my snippets folder and create a new file. Okay, I go to the post page.html and copy those 3 lines here, which generate the loop of the comments, and paste it in here. So here we change this post.comments.all to just comments, because this is the object we are receiving from the backend. And we also add a fade-in animation to give the user a visual representation that something is loading to the page. So I'll add here a wrapper. So fade in. Now I add a class. Opacity 0. Now the Hyperscript. Unload. Transition my opacity to 1/0.2 seconds. Okay, and close the tag. Okay, that should do. Let's save this file and let's check it out. I refresh the page here. And now if I click the top comments tab, I should see a quick fade-in animation when the comments load. Nice, and it also proves the Htmx is working. So next, let's change the status of the tabs. So if I click top comments, I would like the highlight to move to the top comments tab. Also here we can use Htmx to achieve this. Let's go to our post page code. So here we have the tabs, and let's add here some Hyperscript code. So add a new line here, and here write on htmx colon after unload, like that. So that means after the htmx is loaded to the page, take selected, so take the class selected for event.target. So after the htmx is loaded, take this selected class, which highlights the tab with a black background, and put it on the event which was targeted. So if I click on the top comments link, it will take this selected class and put it on this element. Pretty neat. So let's save this file, let's check it out. I'll refresh the page. And here we go. Nice. So now that we have the tabs working, let's look at the content we would like to display. So let's get back to our views.py file. And let's add here a condition corresponding on what tab we clicked. So we can say if top in request.get. So that means if the keyword top is included in the URL, then we would like to display comments users liked. So we can say comments, so post.comments. And now we apply a filter here to filter out all the comments which have likes. So we can say filter, then we go to the likes property, and then we apply a special lookup again. Underscore underscore is null equals false. So that means it is checking if this likes property is null, so has no value, and if this statement is false, show me the comment. So we encountered this underscore underscore lookup already in part 6, where we're filtering tags by the slug, if you remember. This time we are just checking if our property is indeed not empty, meaning it has likes. All right. We add here else. Else show all the comments, like we had before. Okay, this should give us now different results. Let's check it out. I refresh the page. If I click on top comments, I get 3 comments with likes on it. Nice. And when I switch back to the newest first, I get the comments from the newest to the oldest. So if you go back to the top comments again, you can notice here that we have the first comment twice on a page. So those 2 comments are basically identical. This is happening because of our many-to-many relationship on the likes property. To avoid this, we can add the distinct method to our filter. We add here dot distinct, and this will now eliminate duplicates from the results. Let's check it out. Save this file. Refresh the page. And there we go. We have in fact only 2 comments with likes. Alright, now let's have the comment with the most likes on top. So in this case, it happens to be already in the correct order. However, we have not implemented that logic yet. So in order for us to actually test it, let's add 2 more likes to the last comment here. So let's go to our admin panel. And let's go to liked comments. I add a liked comment here. Then the comment in this case is this is a test. And I add an additional user. So user 3, save. And let's add another one. User 4. Okay, save. Now we go back to the website. Refresh. And as we see here, this comment should be in first position here. So let's tackle the logic now. So let's comment this line out and let's create a new logic. I create a new line. Comments equals post.comments dot. And now I'm using here a method called Annotate. So with this method, I can perform calculations in the database. So in this case, I would like to count the number of likes a comment has. And I create a special variable for it. Let me show you. So in parentheses, num underscore likes. This is a variable standing for the number of likes of a specific comment, equals, and here I'm using now a database function called count to count all the values of a specific field. So in this case, the likes property. Okay, now let's import this count function. So let's go to the top. I add it in here from django.db, which stands for database, .models, import count. Okay, let's go back. So with this method here, I'm counting all the likes of a specific comment and store the value in a num underscore likes variable. And then on a second step, I order the comments now. So dot order underscore by, and in parentheses, minus num underscore likes. So this dot order by method is ordering items. And I'm order it here by the number of likes, which is the variable we created in here. And with the minus, I just reverse it, so I will start with the most likes going to the least number of likes. Alright, now we should see the comments with the most likes on top. Let's check it out. Save this file. We refresh the page. Click top comments. And it worked. This comment with 3 likes is on top, followed by the one with the 2 likes, and the rest of the comments have no like. Okay, so now let's not show the comments with no likes. For this, I apply now a filter which checks if the number of likes is greater than 0. So straight after Annotate, I add here a filter. So filter, I'm taking here again the number of likes variable. So num underscore likes. Then I add here the greater than lookup. So it's underscore underscore GT for greater than equals 0. So this filter means only give me comments where the number of likes is greater than 0, and then order them by the number of likes. This annotate method is pretty useful. Let's recap what it does. So we could calculate the top comments in the backend as well, but a cleaner and faster way to do this is to have the database calculate the results, and we get back really just the data we need. SQL, the language of the database, is specifically designed for this kind of work and performs faster than Python. So the annotate method is generating SQL code for us. First, we add a virtual property, in our case the numLikes property, to our comment object. Then we perform an operation on this property, the count operation, and after that we apply a filter to the results, taking only the object with the count number greater than 0. And finally, we order them from the biggest to the smallest and send the results back to the backend. Other operations the annotate method can perform include calculating the sum of a specific field, the average of field values, or the maximum or minimum value. Alright, back to the code. We save this file now and test the code. Refresh. We click top comments, and there we have it. We have only 2 comments here, the 2 comments with the likes, and we have the comment with the most likes on top. There is one thing I almost forgot. We also have to include the reply form in our snippets, because if I click here the add reply link, we can see that the reply form is missing. So let's add it. So here we have our comments attached, and we just add comma reply form. Like that. Save the file and back to the browser. I refresh the page. Top comments, click Add Reply, and the reply form is loaded. Great, now this is done and dusted. So this is all for this video. In the next video, we will look into the sidebar finally. We will make the category section working, we will rank the top post, and we will also rank the top comments. Thank you for watching. I see you in the next one.